I'm on TV. Welcome to a bit of company chat. Let's start the show.
Bit of company and a chat. A bit of company and a chat. Bit of company and a chat. What's better than that?
Hey Camerado, you're tuned in to a bit of company chat, and this is the one about the birds and the bees. Please join us in welcoming to the screen today's host, Catherine.
Hello. I hadn't seen that little film before, so that was an interesting song, Matt. Thank you very much for that. Welcome to our show, a bit of company chat, a reflective, contemplative, maybe a bit ruminative, celebration. These are all really big words. Celebration, I don't know if it's maybe the right word, but like just marking and observing what life has been like now that we live with COVID in our lives. A time when we might dress up on our top half, but wear pajamas on our bottom half. A time when the world has been forced to turn to the computer. I never thought I'd do that, for friendship and connection. But maybe rather than like passively just consuming what goes on with technology, maybe we're actively, creatively engaging and learning to play with it. And we want you to play and join in with us today. So wherever you're watching from whatever channel, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you can get involved with us and send us your comments. I'd love to be able to say hello. Oh, there's already 9 comments. I'm not even paying attention. If I can say, hi, Kat. Oh, yay. I want to say hi to Pip, my other half. No, he's not my other half. Oh, I need to stop waffling. Keep talking. Hi, Veronica. Who else is there? Hi, David. Haley is there. Yay. David Harrison is wearing trousers. That's really good to know. If anybody else is wearing their PJs today, that would be good. Still in pajamas. Lauren is still in pajamas. Great. Yes, it's what the world does these days. So yeah, we would like you to join in. Oh, hi, Alfie. I could do this all day and just chat to you in the chat. We'd really love you to join in today. We've got some questions and things we'll be asking at various time, but we will also just read out random stuff as long as we can. So today and across the next few Tuesdays, we're going to be sharing stories about life from across conversations that Camerados have been having over the last few months about what life is like. And Camerados is a movement of people across the UK and across the world who believe the best way to get through tough times is to be a Camerado, just people alongside one another, no fixing, just being there. And so before I introduce our guest host today, and while I move this plant out of poking myself in the head, let's watch a little film all about Camerados. Run VT.
Good morning, Camerado.
Good morning, Camerados.
How you doing?
Good.
People have that ability inside themselves to sort their own lives out. And I think what Camerados does, it gives people that human space to do that, and to do that together where everybody helps each other.
We are Camerados.
Hello. Well, let's welcome to the show, Jamila. Jamila, are you there?
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm very glad that you could be here, looking wonderful and fabulous.
Thank you. I'm channeling a bit of Frida Kahlo, and I've got my wrong side. I've got my Camerados badge on as well, so I feel part of the gang.
That's good. You are part of the gang. You are most definitely part of the gang. I feel like you need to lean in just so that we can see how far you've gone with your monobrow.
Oh yeah, look at that. That is... My child laughed at me quite significantly. Yeah.
Did she not want one herself?
No, and she said I have to wipe it off before I take her to the dentist later. But not. It might be challenging my freedom of speech. This might be my new thing now.
Your new thing now, yeah. See, to be honest, there've been times during lockdown where I wouldn't have even need to draw it on. You know, now you can't. Now you can't get out and have it done. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Just before we dive into a chat about today's theme, I just want to ask everybody out there a question, because there's a delay and before we get any answers, you see. So as we're going through today's show, we would like you to write out any things that may be your bit of action, things that you'd like to see change after as we come back out into the real world, hopefully at some point soon in the future. And is there anything that's happened as part of our shared experience that you want to see continue? And in particular, today's theme is about creativity. So if it's stuff around that, we'd love to hear it. So you can share those at any time. I'm glad that Camerados is messaging eyebrows rule. Maybe we could get that trending. That would be great. That would be good. Right. So yes, we're here to chat about creativity because it's been one of those things that came out in a lot of the conversations we've been having with Camerados the last month as something that's been quite high on the topic of conversation. How has it been for you over the last 12 months?
Well, I've had to be creative for work, and that's been a really good focus for me. But then I've also been quite creative with my daughter. Like I think because we can't control what's happening in the world, we've made our home a lot more exciting. So she's made a lot of dens. We have had a party for anything. We've made decorations. Last night we had a Burns night party, and we didn't read any Robert Burns poetry because I find it boring, but we read some poetry. We made our own version up of Scottish dancing, and we made shortbread that wasn't great. It didn't look great, but it tasted great. So I think it's made me want to find things in the diary, to put things in the diary to look forward to, and then create an event out of it. So yeah. And I've tried to find different ways to be creative every day, at least 10 minutes. So yeah.
See, that's quite impressive to put yourself on as a challenge. I definitely feel like one of the reasons why I wanted to chat to you today is because we've both got little ones, and I know that we've creatively been playing with them over the last few months, but I don't think I can do it quite like that. Can't set myself the task. It happens more spontaneously for me.
It's different every 10 minutes. Like, I mean, sometimes I might do a little drawing and then delete it off my tablet or something, or I might just rearrange the furniture, and I consider that to be creative because I'm using the space in a different way, and then I could justify it to myself that I did it. That's what I was going to do.
Yeah. I like that one, moving your furniture around. Yeah, just because the rooms, especially because nobody comes around anymore. Why do we have to lay them out in the way that we lay them out? That's for more people.
And I just think I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. This is how could I've never had the furniture this way? And then I'm like, this is how I'm living with it. And then next week I'm like looking on Pinterest and going, this annoys me. This is in my way. So yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things that I've definitely done more of in lockdown is a lot more dancing. And because I used to be a dancer, and then I haven't danced for donkey's years, and then all of a sudden it's like I've been given permission to do it again, or I've got time and I've got space. I've been very busy, but somehow I've made myself have the time and I've got into it more. And is there anything like that for you?
Yeah, I have been having a 10-minute dance every day to quite jolly music as well. The 10 minutes is
10 minutes. I know that's
it feels like really, because I didn't think I liked routine. But since lockdown, I think I need the routine to give me a bit of focus. So it can be more than 10 minutes, but it has to be a minimum of 10 minutes. And I've got a little trampoline, so I jump on that as well and listen to the Pointer Sisters jump and other songs with the word jump in it, and then maybe some more songs. But I can't feel grumpy and jump and dance to Tina Turner or Beyonce or someone like that. So
Tina Turner. See, I'm rocking a bit.
Oh yes, of course, yes.
I feel like I've not come as anybody specific, but I was at a Zoom fancy dress party, one of those things that I've done in this time. And I thought I had my hair a bit higher and I was trying to rock a bit of the Storm look. But yeah, everybody told me because of these I was much more Tina Turner. But I do find that Proud Mary.
Oh, that's a classic.
It works very well on Zoom. If you get everybody doing this.
Quite nice, actually. That's fantastic. What about your daughter? Does she dance with you?
Yes. Well, she does a lot more now. Sometimes I get that word, mummy.
So, I live for that, you know. I quite like annoying my child. I think it's great. It makes me laugh more.
No, we did this thing. I'm looking over there because it's my kitchen. We did this dance in our kitchen actually, and because I just got into choreography, which I've not done for a very long time, and we made a dance all about spring, and she would tell me various things about spring, and I would turn it into movement. And then we did it all around the kitchen and we filmed it. And I think I had it on my phone for a couple of weeks. And then all of a sudden I just decided, why am I not sharing this? And I did. And I got such a great reaction to it that really fed me and made me want to do more. And so we have created a few other dances for film, again, that I haven't shared with anybody, but we've made them and we've really enjoyed making them.
Oh, that's so exciting. How fun.
It's been lovely. I'm just trying to. Sorry, go on, Jamila.
I was going to say, what are the other themes you've done apart from spring?
Oh, we did another one about going outside for the first time. So we did that at the front door, and we played around in the doorway for a while. And which was playing in doorways, I find really good fun. It's quite an interesting space to play in. I highly recommend it.
Small. And then you've got a lot of structure. You could lean your back on it, push your weight against it and stuff. Oh, that sounds really fun. I'm going to copy you.
Right. I'm just going to look in the chat at some of the things that they've done. People have been doing. Proud Mary is a great Zoom call music. Yes. Oh, my mother-in-law's here. Hi, Erica.
Hi, Erica.
Hi to you. The Jerusalem dance. Yes. So if you've not found that, Carly has posted that. And she shared that with me as a TikToker. TikTok's been quite a big thing. I've joined TikTok now. Joined Camerados on TikTok. Yeah, it's taking over my life. I think I'm supposed to be wrapping up this section now. Jump around. Some of the people have been jumping around. Eating. Kat Duncan Reese has done a lot more eating. Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely.
Cheering is great.
Going on. Well, one of the things that has been great actually to dive in to hanging out with more Camerados more over this time is because we've got 6 principles at Camerados. I'm not going to go into them all now, but 2 of them I think are really supportive of all that stuff that we've been chatting about, because we always talk about how when you're going through tough times, how important it is to have fun, because sometimes you forget. So I actually quite like your structuring of 10 minutes. I'm still not quite sure that I could add that much structure to my life, but you know, you're making sure that you do it every day. And I do think that when you're feeling pretty crappy, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word at 12 o'clock, it is really important to try and have fun. And I've found that being
forced fun,
sometimes you have to force it. Yes, I have been accused of forced fun, but yeah, it changes your mood. It changes how you feel. And one of our other principles is that it's okay to fail. And I have definitely found that I've played more over the last few months, and it's been all right if it hasn't worked out. And because nobody can see it. No, sometimes it's on Zoom. And I think we need to remember that it's okay to fail for this today, because we've not done this before, you and me together. So we've no idea what's going to happen. We're probably way over time, and there's people in the background going, shut up. Stop talking. I haven't got that feed on. I've got the comments on, so I'm flicking between the two. There. Anyway, right. What else are we going to have? I think people have put their actions in the comments, and we're going to sum up those. We'll come back to those later. We're going to hear for some more stories, but other people's stories about how they've been creative in lockdown. But we've got another section that we want you to join in with on the chat called Wonky Words. And Wonky Words is all about those jargon words that are used by sectors. I mean, to be honest, I feel like you could say that sectors is a jargon word. It's one of those things. And at Camerados, we're all about being more human. And as we're hoping that over the last 12 months, we've all learned new ways of being and new ways of working, that maybe those jargon words are something that we can out. So if there are any jargon words, any wonky words that you would like to share with the world, you can put those in the chat as well, because we'll have a section on that later on. Right. I feel like I've been very waffly for a while. Let's hear from the wonderful Aunt Sally. I think she's got a few words of wisdom for us that might help us in this time. Can we run film?
Aunt Sally's words of wisdom.
Oh, we're all so busy at the moment. We're cooking, we're cleaning, we're homeschooling. Mom! We're doing just about everything. But what about our well-being? I'm going to give you 5 tips to help you with your own well-being. Tip number 1, lower your shoulders. As soon as you lower your shoulders, you feel less stressed. So go on, lower your shoulders. Number 2, get outside, get into nature. It's actually been proven that getting outside reduces your stress levels, and therefore it's good for your well-being. Get out and have a walk. Number 3, get creative. Find something you enjoy doing. I found that I really enjoy painting, and I think it's pretty good.
Don't forget to mention, Sally, that it's a paint by numbers.
Oh, all right, it's a paint by numbers. Number 4, listen to some uplifting music. It'll immediately make you feel better. Number 5, do something that you really enjoy. I enjoy a bath and a glass of champagne, but do something that makes you happy. If it's washing your favourite soap, just do it. And if all else fails, remember, whatever happens, forgive yourself. Cheers.
Aunt Sally's words of wisdom.
Are you ready? I'm ready to go and jump in the bath now. I want to go and chill. I have to say, the dancing to music bit is the other bit that's been a bit of a highlight.
Definitely for me too as well. I think that she's right about the failing bit. That sometimes I need to talk to myself like I'm my own best friend, and the process is important just as much as the outcome. But sometimes I think, oh, I'm wasting time because I haven't been bored. I've got so much on. But no, I really need to have a chat with myself. It's okay. Yeah. Put some music on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are now going to hear from some other people and what they've been up to in this crazy time, especially creatively. So I think we have a title card for this section. Run title card.
Gorgeous.
I haven't seen any of these bits. This is just going to keep laughing. I have to say, there are, just for those of you that are watching today, there's so many people that have been involved in this broadcast. I think it's been a project that's been going on since last summer, and we've been working with Camerados have been working with People's Voice Media and talking to loads of people in the movement, and lots of those people have been involved in putting this on. And then I've got to think of some names. We've got wonderful Leon and Chris in the background today. I don't think we can get them out on screen. They'll shout at me. But they're making all the things come up along the bottom and making sure that I keep to time over there. And they probably don't want me to be waffling about this now, but I just wanted everybody to know there's so much going on. And every time I see a new film, I'm like, whoa, I didn't know that was going to happen. Right. Shall we hear from some other people? Let's run that film.
We've been discovering Dundee cake, which we're going to be doing Dundee cake at Christmas. So we, when we're not having Christmas cake with marzipan because we can't stand it. It's disgusting. It's too sweet.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Loads of people I know love marzipan. But
it's vile. It's disgusting. So Isaac can have it instead.
I ran an online Zoom prom. So a group of young people that I work with were EOTAS children, young people. So they've been out of school for a long time through different issues, either mental health or heaps of other reasons. One of the girls that I've been working with, we had planned to run an alternative prom before COVID for those who'd never been to prom. Whether because they've been bullied or they didn't feel they could attend or they had no friends or because they weren't in school or not welcomed. So we wanted to run an alternative prom and we planned it. It was a kind of recovery stuff as well, of being part of something and creating. We planned like hairdressers and where they, like a lending dresses and all these lovely things that we planned to do. And then lockdown happened and we decided we'd do it anyway online. And so they compiled a playlist and we had one of the boys was the DJ. And so I think my neighbours must have thought I was mad because we were dressed up and I was up in my bedroom at like a pull-up desk with the thing on, just dancing and jumping around. And my kids thought, what are you doing? And I was like, we're having a prom. And we had dresses and everything. And it was just really, really cool. But we managed to do that. So I think making the best out of what we had was a really bonding experience, I think, and just not letting it get in the way. There's always a way, isn't there, for everything?
Yeah, definitely. My kids didn't get into a good routine with the home learning. My husband was off as well, so that was quite fun. There was some real elements of fun, like he's a joiner, so we built a skate park in the back garden, and I was like, oh, we're not doing school today, we're going to do construction. So there was all that kind of fun of it as well.
But I remember going to the supermarket and not being able to find tinned tomatoes. My partner came back on Mother's Day with tinned tomatoes and I cried. It was like, you can keep your roses, you can keep your chocolates. You found me tinned tomatoes. I was just beside myself.
And I did do that thing of, I'll sign up for this and I'll do that. And yeah, my partner started doing Joe Wicks exercise every day and all that kind of stuff. So all those things that were kind of put on.
The novelty, I guess.
Yeah, and also because a lot of the National Theatre in Britain and stuff were putting things on for free, and we were watching those. And, look at all this stuff we can do. But yeah, this second one, everyone's just, we've already done this.
I'm frantically writing things down because so much stuff's coming to my brain. I've heard you've got a shout out to give before we dive into those.
This is my first ever shout out. I feel like a DJ. I want to say it in a weird voice, but I'm not going to do it. We want to shout out Seth and Ezra for skipping school to come to this very meaningful video. So you're very welcome.
I think that sounds brilliant. I feel bad. My daughter's doing homeschooling next door.
Mine too. No, I think she might be watching a little bit and doing a little. No, she's not watching. She's not doing home learning. I'm being deluded. She's watching.
Yeah. I think that homeschooling was just mentioned in there. Lots of people have been having to juggle work, juggle schooling, and yet somehow within all that we found ways to play, and creativity sort of helped with that.
Definitely. I love that prom idea. That's so good. I think it's made people super creative in a really limited field, and it's really exciting to watch. But then I also felt that guy who said about engaging with everything online and then getting a bit of a burnout because you feel like, oh, all these things are happening, maybe I should be involved. And there has to be a balance as well, but you never regret doing something.
There does be. It was really, yeah, there's really something hearing about what he was saying about how we've already done that, because oddly, I think when we were putting this together, like September, October time and recording a lot of those things, I think we thought things might have changed by now, although there were, lots of people were saying it won't, but so there was always a lot of hope, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. It was.
And now, like, we're in lockdown 3, and so we're hearing that again, and I'm sort of feeling that in this lockdown 3 for January, this whole, you know, we've been watching much more stuff, and we've been trying out all these things that are now, you know, you can go and visit the British Museum online, or you can go around that National Gallery and you can watch that dance show for the first time ever online without having to go to the theatre. And it's somehow having to get that enthusiasm back for that stuff, even in lockdown 3.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. But once you've done it, you think, oh yeah, that wasn't that. It's a bit easier the next time you do it, and you don't even have to engage with anything all the way through. You know, you can, and a lot of them are recorded, so you can pick and choose.
You can pick and choose, yeah. I think it's just reminding yourself of making these things happen so that you treat yourself a bit. Make things a bit special, like the prom thing.
Yeah,
like having those things that make Friday night special.
Exactly.
Well, why Fridays these days? Every day's. I mean, technically, we could treat every day like it's Friday. Why not?
We have half-day Fridays to homeschooling.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because I just feel like when I used to work in a museum, we always used to have half-day Fridays. So I thought that really it kind of made you sort of slack off on a Thursday, because you'd be like, oh, it's only half-day Friday.
I can remember working in some places where they used to have dress-down Fridays. Yeah. And but as I'm showing today, that's every day. Every day.
Comfort is important.
Yeah, I feel like I also need to find out the most important question from that little film that we just watched. Where do you stand on marzipan?
Well, I watched an ITV drama on a Sunday when I was about 7, and this lady killed loads of children by poisoning marzipan. So I didn't try it for a long time, and then when I did, I was horrified because it's revolting. But I like almonds in different forms. Almonds or almonds? There's a question for you.
I say almonds.
Okay.
But then I say I was going to say Mark Almond. No, but I don't. I say almond all the time. I'm going off on a tangent.
I love that. What about you? Do you like marzipan?
Yeah, I am a real marzipan lover. And particularly, just to bring alcohol into it on a Tuesday afternoon, when it comes in the amaretto variety.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That is my favourite type of marzipan. It's Christmas in a glass that I drink all year round.
Very much so.
Just in case anybody's watching and wants to bring me one. Bring me one.
Like an influencer on Instagram then.
Yeah, I know.
Shamelessly getting things. Ooh, I hope it works.
I'm looking in the chat as to what people are saying, whilst at the same time trying to make it look like I'm not checking what comes next.
It's smooth. You're being very smooth.
Am I being very smooth? Okay, well, I'm glad that it's coming down about that. Lockdown 3, online enthusiasm is harder. Yes.
Oh, Pip says you can't have amaretto.
I feel like I'm just...
Pip says no.
Pip says
no. And
I'm not even going to go there into that one. Let's not die. I'm desperate. Got to have this. I'm desperately trying to move on. Can you see? Got to grab the sequins on every day. Got to put the sequins on every day. I do feel like actually I'm needing to hear all these things and have this conversation today, because I have found lockdown 3 particularly difficult, and yet I did make myself play a lot in lockdown 1 in particular, and I think that these things do make it special. Which I'm just reading what else anybody else has been saying, if I can. There's always a way. Oh no, I love people saying that they love marzipan. Lots of people. Oh no, I love marzipan. People are saying oh no, and then I love marzipan. That makes me read it in a really weird way. Okay, marzipan is nasty. Poor
We've got a bit of action next.
We have. Thank you. Thank you, Jamila.
To just segue that in as smooth as anything. No one noticed.
No.
On the Dino.
Has anybody, see now I need to switch channels. Has anybody actually sent in any action that they would like to see? We have 3 prepared to read out in the next bit. That's the bit of background bit that I probably shouldn't be sharing. I need them
behind the curtain. That was. Don't let them behind the curtain.
Let people kind of go. Anyway, whilst they'll try and find me those 3 that they can do, I thought I'll share what I thought should be a bit of action, because one of the things I've thought about conversations I've been having over the last 12 months, particularly around creativity, is that I think that it's all just been valued a bit more.
Yeah, very much so. Because I think people think that if you're creative, that you're just like playing about and it's not a real job. And, I think it's been very much valued. So
I think it's been valued more, particularly by people who don't work in it or haven't thought that they could do it or be part of it before.
Yeah.
And that to me is really exciting.
It's incredibly exciting. Yeah, I fully agree. I feel like everyone can benefit, and they can try different things if they don't find that thing that makes them creative. It could be gardening or writing your own fan fiction. It could be anything.
Yeah, I think the ways that we've found to be creative and to explore that have been like really different, and everybody has been able to play, and it's okay to fail. You can test things out and give it a go and then move on to the next thing.
Exactly.
And I think that even things like TikTok, I'm going to come back to it again.
Very much so, yeah.
Like families have been finding ways to make films and share them of their family time, and it's been amazing to see how that has sort of spiraled and got loads more people involved in dancing.
But they're dancing, but they're editing films, they're choreographing, they're making costumes, they're collaborating. There's so many levels to it as well. They're showing off a bit, they're sharing it with their family and friends. It's amazing. Yeah, I feel a bit scared of TikTok. I feel like it's for more extroverts.
Well, it's weird. It's one of those things now I've started making them. It's weird because you sort of in your own little world when you're making it, and then I put it out and then I forget about it. So I don't feel like you have to be an extrovert. I just enjoy the playing to make it.
But I'm so glad people do it because I think they're amazing. I think I'm so glad. Could you join and then not post anything, or would that be a bit?
Yes, you can.
Poor play.
Okay. You can definitely do that. You can definitely do that. And I'm sort of hoping that within a systems context, what does that mean?
I don't know.
That maybe things like the value that we've found in being creative, in playing, in the time that people have given to that sort of thing, that it's not thought of so much as an add-on in the future to the way that we work, and that it's part of the way that we work. That's sort of one of the things I'd like to see changing.
I really hope so. It's not separate at all. I fully agree with you.
Yeah, I really want, only because I know it's coming up in the next section, wonky words, I really want to say, moving forward.
Oh, don't!
I don't know. I must have said it earlier or something. I don't know, but it filled the feed before everybody was saying that is... apparently we've got a title card. Yes, Leon, I would love you to run the title card of a bit of actions. That would be lovely that people have been sending. Run title. Oh, I didn't. I'm so lost. Okay, I'm just going to tell everybody it's okay to fail. This is the first show. I didn't even watch what just happened there. I'm so confused. Right. We've picked out apparently 3 things that people have been messaging in to say, oh, well, I think they've picked up on one that you said that people have said would be a bit of action after today. One of them is to rearrange furniture.
No way. Do it. It's so much fun. And then you'll find that you'll be like, oh, the plug doesn't fit here, and you have to get an extension lead out. But then you're like, it feels like you live in a new house for a bit. A little bit of change. Oh,
yes. I know. I'm definitely going to do it. Right. So number 1, rearrange furniture. Number 2, create events out of everyday things.
That's a great one.
Yeah, that's definitely. We were going to do a feature on that actually last year called Everyday and Special. And you know, what sort of outfit can you get into in order to sweep the floor?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Oh yeah, no, I remember actually sending my other half out to change the bins in his tux. Highly recommend it. Why not? When else are you going to wear a tux?
There's a hashtag on Instagram called Just Bloody Wear It, and it is about not saving your clothes for best. So yes. I have walked up a hill in Wales in a prom dress and Converse because I thought, well, when I don't go to fancy places very often or rarely. So I think that's a great idea, the tux and the bin. Did you take a picture?
I took a secret film, but I'm not going to share it with anyone. It's just for me. Right.
Not that you have to document it.
And number 3 is every day is dress down day. Well, that's
the opposite. It's completely the opposite.
No. Or maybe it's half and half day. You know, pajamas and fancy tops. That's what
business on the top, like a mullet, like party at the front, business at the front, party at the back, but with clothing.
Yeah, hashtag mullets. Let's all get mullets. Let's do that.
They're back in fashion, actually.
They are.
Mullets are back in fashion.
Right, let's move on.
I'm crying there.
You're crying.
With joyful
joy. Right, it's time for wonky words. Now, we've already had one of them because I've seen it. I saw moving forward, fill the feed earlier on. I don't know what it was about that. I don't know if anybody was picking up on something because I must have said it. But yes, moving forward is a very good wonky word that maybe we should just, what's the alternative? Going on a journey. We're going on a journey.
Oh.
Have you got any wonky words, Jamila? While we wait for some to be sent to me.
I think banter. I think banter is an excuse for people to be unkind and go, oh, it's only a bit of banter. I find it rude. I don't like it. And or I'm just being honest, it's just another excuse to just say, well, I'll just say what I want, regardless of the consequences.
Okay, no, they're good ones. They are good ones. In fact, actually, as well, another one that you said the other day, which I find is actually something people say in our type of world, in the arty world, is to do with, have you seen the engagement plan?
Oh, I don't think I said that. That was Brett. He said that, and he's really made me really hyper aware of that one because I never thought that was a wonky word, but now I see it. Yeah, so thank you, Brett.
How about we just get people involved? We'll just get people involved. That would be a good thing to do. So yeah, we've been sent some besides moving forward. Cascade.
Why is that bad?
I assume
when did you use that?
Rolling out a plan. Just say, let's do it.
Yeah.
Or cascade sort of implies that it's got to go through, I don't know, some sort of process. I do it first and then you do it.
Oh, that's a new one on me. It's gross. Yeah, I don't like it.
No. Let's just do it. What else? I see. I've been desperately trying not to put my glasses on.
No, do it. It's exciting.
There's always a way. There's always a way. That's another one. There's always a way. I say that one a lot.
I say that one too. Is that bad? I like that one. I find it inspiring.
Yeah,
I'm standing by it.
I'll give you a little secret. I always say to people at the end, if I'm trying to figure out if I can get somebody to do something, I end every sentence with, is that possible?
Ooh, that's very manipulative. I like it. It's clever.
I know it's possible.
You find a way.
I want to know if you think it is, then you can make it happen. There is always a way. I like there is always a way. I don't know who sent that one in. I feel bad because I've had to flick that to something else, so I've no idea. I think they're all chatting amongst themselves. Right, what have we got next? What comes after wonky words? I cannot see on my thing. We're going to embrace the world. Oh, I think we're going to embrace the world of puppet. Are we embracing the world of puppet? I think we're about to embrace the world of puppet, because even though at Camerados we're all about be more human. I was thinking, what do we say? We say be more human. It's live puppet, but not as we know it. Run film.
Hello. Hi. We are back, baby. Yay! Camerados are letting us back out to play for a bit of company chat. Can I come play too? Hey, sure.
Ooh, look at this! I'm on the television! I'm on TV! Ooh,
I've taken up painting. I absolutely love it. You know, I can't put the paintbrush down, and I look at something and go, oh, right, okay, that needs a little bit more there.
We had, for the first time in many, many years, booked a holiday. We were meant to be going to Greece. That obviously didn't happen. So we had a day of Greece at home in our pool. We had Greek food on a barbecue. We made mocktails and we had a lot of fun.
I'm putting Grease on after this.
That was fantastic. You look so cool.
I think that when you put sunglasses on, it helps a lot. It covers up half your face. I highly recommend, that is my challenge for the day. That's my bit of action. That everybody on your next Zoom, you get everybody to do grease lightning with no arms. That is how you be more puppet.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
it is
great.
something I would like to give to the nation. Be more puppet, dance with no arms. It's
I'm going to write that down.
Yes. Send us your films with the hashtag be more puppet.
No arms. Be more puppet.
Yes, it was good fun making those. But Jamila,
yes,
I really just want to rhyme your name with tequila now, because that's what you told me too early. I can't say it without saying Jamila. I want a tequila. It's been lovely doing this with you today. Totally random.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
And as usual, we're way over time because I knew that we'd waffle and talk. But I think we've got away with it as the first episode of Bit of Company Chat. And so for you lot out there, and me after today, I'll be watching every Tuesday at 12 o'clock and 7 o'clock. I'm back tonight at 7 o'clock with Brett, where we'll be talking about all things nature and what impact that's had on people going outside. And it's interesting because Brett goes outside a lot and I like to stay inside. So that's what we'll be talking about. But yes, Bit of Company Chat is on every Tuesday at 12 o'clock and 7 o'clock for about 40 minutes, unless I'm on it and I talk for too long. And 40 minutes-ish. Yes, Kat is doing a show. I can see her in the chat. She's doing a show. And yes, 40 minutes-ish is definitely how it is. So there are lots of other hosts over the next few Tuesdays. It will always be on all of those socials channels. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat today. I'm sorry if we didn't get to shout out. You've got a shout out, Jamila, down there. Stuart. It's Tia saying, hi, Mom. I think we'll leave it there. Thank you. Very much,
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
I'll see you tonight at 7.
Monobrows for all.
Yes.
Sometimes we're all a little bit pants, a not so happy day when things don't go our way, and in between the rub of the green, the roll of the dice, the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes, almost all the time, we're all a little bit pants, a tad under par, but that's who we are. And even finding rhymes is harder than you'd think. Sometimes we're all a little bit pants, a not so happy day when things don't go our way, and in between the of the green, the roll of the dice, the way the cookie crumbles.